Today on the channel, we're taking the fight to the streets with the AEW Unrivaled Street Fighter crossover, Kenny Omega.
The spirit of Ultimate Warrior will run forever!
Welcome everyone, Kyle here. Welcome back to the channel for another AEW Unrivaled unboxing and review. And today, we've got the GameStop exclusive Kenny Omega Street Fighter crossover figure. But remember, for all your other AEW or WWE figures that aren't GameStop exclusives, make sure you're hitting up Ringside Collectibles. Use discount code Kyle. Save yourself 10%. And of course, we're going to do this review like we do all the other reviews on the channel. We're going to take a look at the packaging. We're going to talk about it. We're going to unbox it. We're going to talk about it. We're going to see where it goes from there. And this is an interesting one, as it literally seems like it's been probably over a year or at least a year since this went up on GameStop's site for pre-order. Of course, Kenny Omega and the Young Bucks are in the set, the three-person set, I guess we'll call it. And it really does make a lot of sense for GameStop to get this as an exclusive, as it is based on Street Fighter gear and a Street Fighter character. Much like the Star Wars Black Series Gaming Greats line, once again, I think that's a perfect fit as a GameStop exclusive. It's a way to get maybe some of the gamer fans involved in the AEW line, but I'm not sure. Will there be a lot of Street Fighter fans that cross over to pick this one up? I have a feeling there's going to be more wrestling fans picking this up than Street Fighter fans, but I could be wrong, and if you know the answer to that, sound off in the comments down below. But this is an interesting one. It looks like something we're used to, but some differences as well, and it is a Street Fighter character I am not really familiar with. I think this guy was maybe in Street Fighter 2 Turbo or 3 or something. Street Fighter 1 was my jam. I was all in on Street Fighter 1. I was a big Zangief guy. I liked myself some Dhalsim from time to time. I stayed away from the Ken and Ryu's for whatever reason. Blanca was a fun one as well. So I played a little Street Fighter, played a little Street Fighter 2, and I pretty much fell off after that. So I'm not accustomed to Akuma. I do not remember him. I don't remember ever playing with him, but maybe I did. Who knows? But it does not ring a bell for me, at least. But let's take a look at the packaging on this one. Like I said, a GameStop exclusive, just starting to ship out right now. Not sure how hard these are going to be. Will they go to the stores? I'm just not really sure. But it is the AEW Unmatched Unrivaled style packaging with some tweaks for the GameStop exclusive. So I do like that with the orange instead of the gold and just a little bit of white there. Looks uniform, but looks different, and I love things like that. That does look good. We got the exclusive limited edition sticker right there, which is really cool as well. You got kind of a paint by numbers Kenny Omega inside there. Not a whole lot of bells and whistles we've never seen before, but we'll break it all down as we usually do. Got a little glamour shot on the side here. I guess that is Akuma. Yeah, Akuma, must be him right on the side, I would imagine. Same thing on that side there, so very interesting. All Elite Wrestling on the other side, Unrivaled Collection. I should mention on this side, Street Fighter, and this is number 3 in the set. I am very thankful with this saying Unrivaled Collection on it. They didn't list this as like 107 or whatever. They made it its own numbering system. They should do that more often. Maybe that's a sign of things to come. We'll see what happens with that. But I did find that to be interesting. And then you got a picture right there from the event. Got the autograph, all that. Big old glamour shot. Unrivaled Collection. You got Kenny Omega's autograph. Then it says from Fighter Fest, 6/29/2019, Daytona Beach, Florida. And I remember when they came out in this, I was like, what is going on? Why are they wearing this? And it all makes sense now. It all makes sense. And I believe Fighter Fest is kind of a, is it a gamer type thing or tied in with a little gamer type thing, I believe. What's in my memory anymore? Without further ado, let's get him out of the package here. Let's see what's going on. See what all the fuss is about with this Omega. And there's been a little fuss, and most of the fuss has been, gosh, I pre-ordered this an eternity ago. Where's it been? It sounded like Canada got some of these ahead of the United States. See you later, goodbye. But now, he is here. He is here. And a lot of stuff going on here as far as an extra head and then a bunch of extra hands. So that is cool, especially for you Street Fighter fans. You can get them all kinds of crazy different positions. So we're going to have to break down all these different hands he's got going on. And if first I got to get him out of the package, though. I don't know if that'll work so well. There we go. Pop that one out. Pop that one out. Oh, we're about there. We're about there. We just popped off the torso. There it is. And the last head. Off to the races, up high. See you later. Goodbye. And let's break down Kenneth Omega here. And as I'm filming this, he should be returning for Full Gear pay-per-view this weekend. So it'll be interesting to see how his return goes from the whole CM Punk fiasco. Oh, fiasco. It certainly was. But let's break down these hands. Very happy to report he's got 2 fists. I just gave a quick look. I was like, no fist? Street Fighter, no fist? What are we doing? You can't fight in the streets if you don't have fists. And I know firsthand as I was a Street Fighter once upon a time, I'll never forget 6th grade, the Bucks. Yeah, the Bucks, you guys are watching. They tried to take on old Kyle, on the old playground. And I remember my buddy Mike was there, and he was the biggest kid in the elementary school, and he didn't want to fight. And we threw down right there, and I actually knocked out the 2 front teeth of one of the Buck brothers. Sorry about that, but lost 2 front teeth. Had to get a nice talking to. Happier times, fun times in the old street fighting days. 6th grade, wild time, fighting for your life every day. That's what you had to do. You gotta give the old fist, bam, right there. Never forget it. But anyways, enough story time. Let's break down these hands. And we get the very cool Street Fighter hands. I would expect we'll see these with the Young Bucks, as they are Ken and Ryu, if I remember right. Kind of got the I'm getting ready to throw a fireball type hand going on here. Very, very cool. This is some new new hands in the line here. So I don't know if we'll ever see these reused outside of this line, but really cool to get something a little different. I'm all for that. You get the patented Kenny Omega gun pointing hand. I'm here for that as well. We get 2 gripping hands. I mean, you got 2 fists, you might as well have 2 gripping hands. We got those. And then we get another Kenny Omega kind of staple hand where he's kind of just got the hand out like this. So we got really all the hand bases covered. I'm very happy to see it, and I'm really happy we got fists with this one, like I mentioned earlier. Now we got Kenny Omega here, and the beauty of the AEW line, of course, everything is removable. You can pop the torsos, mix and match, do things like that. So let's say you don't really like Street Fighter, you don't like this whole getup, you can pop this head off, grab a Kenny Omega. We just got a Supreme Kenny Omega we unboxed on the channel not too long ago. Check out that one. It came with all kinds of extra heads. Pop one of those extra heads onto here, man, you just got a different outfit for Kenny Omega pretty much. Or leave these crazy red-haired ones for the gimmick he's doing here of Street Fighter, and you got the Street Fighter Kenny Omega. Or take one better, pop a head off of one of those Supremes, pop this on there instead, and you're off to the races. So it truly is a choose-your-own-adventure package with these AEW figures. But let's break down the articulation first on this one. The arms do go all the way around. Bicep cut, of course. Double jointed elbows, but once again, we're back to the weak elbows. The weak elbows here that will easily break. It goes to show this is probably old tooling from a long time ago, because a lot of them have been beefed up, but every once in a while we get some that are pretty loose. Once again, extremely loose here. A little kid playing, they're going to break that off in a heartbeat. So not a big fan of that. Hands removal, of course, side to side. You got the white wrist tape painted on. Got the hula hoop at the top there. You got the waist articulation. Head, all kinds of movement on the head. But tons of movement. Any head position you want it to be in. And, of course, the head is removable. You do get the big old Kenny Omega splits. That's some big old splits right there. It does got the thigh cut. It does got the double jointed knees. You do got the boot cut. I believe, yes, we do got boot cut, and then ankles back and forth, side to side, so good articulation there. You got K Omega on the side. You got the Kenny Omega on the butt there. Got all kinds of graphics, very cool tights, very cool boots, very cool look there. Matches the hair kind of with the crazy red hair, the screaming, yelling face. If you're going to be in a street fight, you got to scream and yell a little bit, and that's what he's got going on. Nice beard on Kenny Omega. Just very cool, but very different. The red hair is very striking. Obviously, we don't think of Kenny Omega with this red hair, but here we are today. The other head we got is a more docile face, a more just plain Jane regular face. So pick your own poison, pick your head you want for Kenny Omega, choose your own adventure, as we always do say. I think I'm going to leave the Screaming one. The Screaming one to me makes more sense for I almost said Mortal Kombat. Street Fighter makes more sense to me. He's getting ready to fight. He's going to be screaming and yelling. It'll be interesting when the Bucks figures come. Those should be here fairly soon, you would think, and you can display these guys together on their own little corner of a shelf. That's my plan, at least. Does he fit on a Ringside Collectibles stand? Use discount code Kyle. Save yourself 10%. Make sure you get the Jazzwares stand for the Jazzwares figures. He fits like a glove there. One thing I did miss, I forgot about the paint on the back. So he's got the paint on his back there. That definitely is different than any of the other Kenny Omegas we've had on the channel here that we've talked about. But very cool. Not the greatest thing in the world. It's if he was dressed as Blanca or Zangief, I might be a little bit more excited for this one. But as it is cool. If you're a Kenny Omega fan, you need this. If you're an unrivaled, unmatched completionist collector, you need this. You love Kenny Omega. If you love Street Fighter, there's a lot of holes this fills for collectors out there. Or if you're just a guy like me that gets one of everything, you need this as well. And that's where I'm at with this. Not the greatest thing, not the worst thing, somewhere in the middle, and a perfect GameStop exclusive at the end of the day. But what say you guys out there in YouTube land? You picking this one up? You passing? You playing the long game? Let me know your thoughts on this Kenny Omega GameStop exclusive figure. Don't forget to like the video. You made it this far. Hit the subscription and notification bell while you're here. You don't want to miss a video. And don't forget about the Patreon, your best way to support the channel. Link in the description below. Pro Wrestling Tees, another place to support the channel. And don't forget about social media. SirPaul64 is where you're going to find me on Twitter, and then Instagram, _Kyle_Peterson. So for Street Fighter Kenny Omega, I am Kyle. See you guys all real soon.